So as many of you may know, I've been working on a video ranking every single moon in Mario Odyssey. However, since that's so long, I have to work on it alongside other videos. Unfortunately, due to my footage consisting of an entire 100% playthrough of the game, I may have ended up using up a lot of my computer storage. That meant getting footage for this video would be hard, but that's when I got the idea to find a way to utilize that footage in this video, and then I remembered that one of my most requested video topics has been to make spirits for every single capture in Mario Odyssey. So that's what we're here to do today. Also, sorry for the very meta opening for this video. Anyway, Smash Ultimate uses what's known as spirit battles in order to represent different characters from the franchises used in Smash. These battles consist of using Ultimate's roster of characters, items, stages, and other conditions to make this battle feel like the character. Obviously, not every character could be represented though, so we're here to add some more in this case, Mario Odyssey's captures. There are 52 unique captures in that game, and of those, 11 already have spirits, which means we have 41 to create today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, but with that said, let's jump right into our first capture. Oh wait, that kinda works like a pun in this case. The frog was the first capture in Odyssey, and luckily fairly easy considering there's already a frog on the roster in the form of Greninja. This will be a fight against two Greninjas since frogs are generally found in groups, and they'll have increased jump heights. They'll also be made small to fit the frog's size better. Now for this stage, I wanted one that represented Cap Kingdom, and I thought that either Pictochad 2 or Omega Luigi's Mansion would fit. In the end, I went with Omega Luigi's Mansion because of the moon in the background, even if the stage is a bit darker than I'd like. This would be a novice or 1-star spirit. As always, keep in mind that I'll get my footage as close as possible to the spirit battle, but there are just some things I can't recreate for myself. Oh, and DLC stuff is allowed since this is just meant to be a fun creative video. The Spark Pylon lets you quickly travel through electrical wires, which immediately made me think of the electric rat. This will be a fight against Pikachu wearing Gold's hat, and he'll prefer to use Quick Attack during the fight as it matches the quick movement of the Spark Pylon pretty well. Since Spark Pylons are found on the New Donk City Hall stage in Smash, I think that's definitely the best choice for a stage. This would also be a novice. Our final Cap Kingdom capture is the Paragoomba. Since the Goomba already has a spirit battle, we could do something a bit similar to it. There, the Goomba is repped by several small Donkey Kong, and that'll be the same in this battle as well. In order to represent the wings though, the Donkey Kong will have a jetpack equipped. I also thought since a majority of moons using these guys are through Cap Kingdom's thick fog, the screen would be filled with fog during the fight. The stage would be Battlefield Luigi's Mansion, and this would be an advanced or 2-star spirit. Luckily, the Chain Chomp already has a spirit against a Metal Pac-Man, with the Chain Chomp assist spawning in after some time. However, there are two variations of this guy that we need to look at. First is the Big Chain Chomp, and I'm sure you'll never guess what we do. Yeah, it'll just be the same thing as the Chain Chomp, except the pack is big this time. Okay, but the Gold Chain Chomp, it'll be the same thing as the Big Chain Chomp, but instead of being metal, he'll be gold. Okay, there is actually another change. I decided to swap the stage over to be Omega Spiral Mountain for this battle, since I feel like it fit the Madame Brood boss fight arena much better than the stage the Chain Chomp spirit is currently on. This will be an ace or 3-star spirit. The biggest capture in Cascade Kingdom though is of course the T-Rex, who I have represented by a blue Yoshi. Yoshi will be giant though, making this a very strong threat. The stage will also be on Omega Spiral Mountain to stick with the Cascade Kingdom aesthetic, and this would be a legendary or 4-star spirit. The binoculars were surprisingly really easy to come up with since Green Rob looks exactly like them. It'll prefer using Up Special to reference the binoculars flying up in the air, and the stage would be New Donk City Hall since they could be found in New Donk City. This would be a novice. The Bullet Bill already has a spirit, which means we can move on to the Moai will be represented by a Metal Steve since that's the closest I could get to its look. Now the main thing that makes this battle unique are his teammates. The Moai is used in Odyssey to see invisible platforms, so I thought he should have invisible Steves as his teammates that constantly place blocks. Sadly, the blocks won't be invisible, but I think this works close enough. You'd only need to defeat the main Steve to win though. This will take place on Battlefield Mushroomy Kingdom to represent the Desert Sand Kingdom, and this would be an advanced spirit. The Cactus was definitely one I struggled a lot with, but in the end I decided to go with the Green Piranha Plant. That's because if he uses his forward smash, he'll get prickly like a cactus, so he'll prefer using that during the match. This will take place on Omega Mushroomy Kingdom, and he'd be a novice. Knuckle-Tech's fists were a bit of a challenge, but I think two giant light blue Robs do the trick, especially since they both have boosters on the bottom like the actual fists do. I also decided to give them impact runs, since you have to slam the fist back into Knuckle-Tech in order to win the fight. The only items will be freezies to represent the icicles that fall during the boss fight, and the stage will be Omega Summit since the arena is in the cold part of Sand Kingdom. This would be an ace spirit. The mini rocket would be represented by Famicom Rob that prefers using Up Special. This will take place on Delfino Plaza, however only during this transformation as mini rockets are generally found pretty high up. The only item during this fight will be the rocket, since it's obviously another rocket. This would be a novice. For Glydon, I thought yellow Charizard fit best. In order to represent the gliding part of Glydon, I gave Charizard low gravity. Now I personally always associate Glydon with Lost Kingdom, so I wanted to find a stage close to that. I couldn't really find a good one. I decided to go with Battlefield Congo Jungle, but that's only kinda similar. The floor will be made of poison to further the Lost Kingdom connection though, and this would be advanced. For the zipper, I think Mr. Game & Watch is easily the closest character to it. I'll also have him spam down air since the motion of him slamming down with the key just sort of reminds me of how a zipper moves. For the stage, I went with Battlefield Temple, as despite its lack of water, the ruins do look quite similar to Lake Kingdom. This would be a novice. The Cheep Cheep will be represented by Red Kirby on Tortimer's Island, making it a novice. For the puzzle part, Lake Kingdom, we have it be represented by the stupid and dumb and cringe Tennis Steve skin since he matches the blockiness of this capture. He'll be made big and slow to better match it, and he'll prefer placing blocks. This will take place on Omega Temple, and this would be a novice. Nintendo, why isn't Tuxedo Steve in the game? Please, he's all I want. The uproot was way easier than I originally thought. He'll be represented by a few yellow piranha plants that spam down specials, since that's the move that he's able to stretch a long distance just like the uproot can. I also thought it'd be fun if Deku Nuts were the only items here in order to reference the nut moves. The stage will be Hazardless Dreamland to represent the foresty wooded kingdom, and this would be an advanced spirit. Since the Fire Bros fireballs are meant to replicate Mario's fireballs, it makes sense that Mario represents them. I decided to go with two Builder Marios here that prefer using neutral special. The stage will be Congo Jungle, and fire items will be the only ones available. This would be an advanced spirit. The Sherm will be represented by a group of green Robs. They'll prefer using neutral special, though they'll also spawn with a ray gun to shoot projectiles out just like the Sherm in game. Since these guys are used during the Mecha Wiggler boss fight, I thought making the stage 4 side would make sense. I know New Donk City Hall is a stage 2, but this is at night so it fits better. Calm down, commenters. This would be an advanced spirit. The Queen Coffer was a fun one to come up with, unlike its super well designed moon in Wooded Kingdom. Wow, I love spamming the shoot coins buttons 500 times. Woo! Anyways, he'll be repped by a green Kirby, and to represent his coin shooting ability, Kirby will have a super scope. Since the coin coffer can become invisible, Kirby will do the same. The stage will be Golden Plain since it's the one based on coins, and this would be advanced. The tree will be represented by an invisible green villager who spams down special since that move is the tree. The stage will be Omega Congo Jungle to represent the deep woods, and this would be a novice. The boulder will be represented by a big black Kirby that's slow and prefers using down special. This is another one on Omega Congo Jungle, and is also a novice. Now, I really didn't know what to do for the Goomba picture match parts. In the end, I decided to just make it a horde against 5 small DKs since there are 5 different Goomba parts. They will also become invisible after a while, just like the part does when you uncapture it. Finally, since this capture is about making a picture, I thought the Vince Assist trophy showing up here was a fun idea as well. Finally, this would be on Omega Magic Hand since this takes place in Cloud Kingdom, and it'd be a novice. With the Tropical Wiggler being an alternate form of the Wiggler, we could take some inspiration from the normal Wiggler Spirit Battle and make Yoshi be the fighter here. Now, he sadly doesn't have much to represent the stretching aspect. His forward smash does kind of fit it, so I decided to make him spam that. Since this guy is found in the Lost Kingdom, this will take place on Battlefield Congo Falls with a poison floor, making this an advanced spirit. You could honestly use almost anyone for the poles, but I decided to go with Winter Isabelle. Since the poles in Odyssey are used to launch Mario, I have Isabelle prefer to use throws during this fight. Additionally, since Mario gets a lot of speed from these things in Odyssey, I think giving the player uncontrollable speed during the fight makes sense. This will take place on New Donk City Hall and will be advanced. The manhole lid is represented by both white and green Game & Watch, as there are 2 different manhole covers in New Donk City. The green Game & Watch will also be made big. The reason I chose Game & Watch is because their down tilts use manhole lids, which are kinda similar to manhole lids. This will be on New Donk City Hall once again, and as a novice. The taxi is represented by a big Lemmy who spams side special, since that turns the clown car into an actual car. The Cap and Assist trophy will also spawn during the fight. Yes, I know it's a bus, but it looks similar enough to a taxi. This is shockingly on New Donk City Hall again, and is advanced. The RC car was one that I thought was kinda funny. Since you don't actually capture the car, but rather this random citizen, I thought it'd be funny to make the main fighter a guy in a suit, in this case Kazuya. He won't attack much at all though, instead that'll be covered by his teammate, which is a tiny Lemmy who spams side special. Once again, this is on New Donk City Hall, and this is an advanced spirit. The Taifu is going to be represented by a big white Kirby. Since the Taifu normally floats around, the Kirby will have low gravity as well. The Taifu's main attack is using wind to push things, so Kirby will spawn in with the Gust Bellow, the most fun and balanced item in Smash history. Seriously, everyone loves this thing. I'm also going to give this fight the heavy wind condition for the same reason. The stage is the Minecraft World Snow variant, and this is advanced. The Chivarian Racer is also white Kirby, though he'd be normally sized this time. In order to represent the bound of the Chivarian Racers, I thought making Kirby spam neutral air made the most sense. I also think this should be a horde battle to represent the multiple racers. This takes place on Battlefield Summit and is advanced. Finally, we end Snow Kingdom with the Cheep Cheep, who is also another Kirby, though this time in his last ult. Since he's used to resist cold water, I think making the floor covered in freezing ice would make sense. This will be on Summit and is a novice. While the Gushin's shape is fairly close to Kirby, don't worry, we're gonna give him a bit of a break and go with Greninja. The Gushin's main form of attack is by spraying water, so Greninja will spam his up special during this fight since it acts fairly similar. I also wanted to make the floor lava here, which may seem like a bit of a weird condition for a water enemy, but it acts as a reference to the Hot Spring Seal Moon, which you need to use the Gushin for to clear the lava. The stage will be Tortimer's Island since it's the closest to Seaside Kingdom, and he'll be advanced. For the lava bubble, yeah, we're going back to Kirby. He'll spam dash attack during this fight since he becomes a fireball during the attack. There will also be 3 of them here, and the floor will be made lava since that's where lava bubbles come from. The stage will be the lava transformation of Castle Siege, and this is an advanced spirit. The Volbonin acts the same as the pole, so this will also be repped by Isabelle, who prefers throws with a player having uncontrollable speed. The colors will be changed around though to represent the different colors of the Volbonins. For the stage, I went with Battlefield Super Happy Tree, since the colors and food made me think it was the closest visually to Luncheon Kingdom. This would be advanced. The dinosaur meat, yes that's what it is repped by a big orange Kirby who won't attack much. Instead, the attacking will be done by Rathalos, who is here to represent Cookatiel. The stage will also be Battlefield Super Happy Tree, and this is an advanced spirit. The Pokio is one of my favorite captures, and luckily he was incredibly easy to make a spirit for. Falco, being a bird, represents a bird pretty well. Since the Pokio pokes with their beak, Falco will spam his beak move, which is forward air. I also decided to give him a higher jump, since the Pokio is all about flinging itself around. This will take place on Suzaku Castle, as it's the closest to Bowser's Kingdom in Odyssey, and it'd be an advanced spirit. The Jizo is modeled to look like Mario when he's captured, and that's the look I'm going to go with for this battle. Plus the other one is bald, I don't know, I just thought I should point that out. He'll be repped by Gray Mario with a Tanuki tail, since Mario takes on his Tanuki Mario look here. He'll also have super armor and be fairly slow to represent him being a slow-moving heavy stone. This will be on Omega Suzaku Castle, since he can only really move on flat ground, and he'll be advanced. Going from what's essentially the Mario statue to the Bowser statue, he'll be the same thing, but just with Bowser and without the Tanuki tail. The stage will be the lava transformation of Castle Siege to represent the Moon Cave, and this will also be advanced. For my boy Parabones, Dry Bones for Smash, I'm going to take a lot of inspiration from my Dry Bones spirit battle that I made in the Mario Maker enemies video. This will be a white Squirtle with auto heal to represent Dry Bones himself, but he'll also have a jetpack equipped to represent the wings. Since this guy is used to fly over lava, the floor will be lava here. The stage is the lava transformation of Castle Siege, and he'll be an ace spirit. And to end us off here, we have the post-game spirits, starting with the Mario letters. Now, obviously the letter A is not a fighter on the roster, so finding characters who fit was a bit tricky. However, I thought of a good solution. What if we chose characters that have their names start with the same letter as what they're representing? So we have Mario to represent the M, Alex for the A, Yellow Robin for the R since the R is yellow in Odyssey, Blue Isabelle for I, and Red Olimar for O. There aren't really any other conditions I could add here other than that, but I think that's a funny idea as is. This would be on Omega New Donk City Hall and is an advanced spirit. The puzzle part, Metro Kingdom, will be the same as the Lake Kingdom variant, though Cringe Steve will be changed to Zombie, and the stage will be Omega Mario Bros to represent the Metro Kingdom Underground. This is a novice. And for our final spirit, we sadly have another variant of one we've seen with the Mario Picture Match part. So it'll be 7 Marios for the 7 Mario parts needed for the picture, and they'll occasionally become invisible. The stage is Omega Peach's Castle, as the picture match takes place in the skies above Peach's Castle, and it'd be a novice. But anyways, that's it for this video. Are you all mad that I didn't make a spirit for the fire and poison piranha plants despite them just being piranha plants? Let me know in the comments. This might be my last video before I dedicate all of my time to the moon ranking. I might do one more though, but I think I could maybe get the moon ranking done to be the next video. No promises though. With that said, I hope you all did enjoy this one. I always have fun making these spirit videos, so if you have any more suggestions for me, feel free to let me know in the comments as well. But anyways, Dry Bones for Smash, and I'll see you guys next time.